Hello, I'm Elliott Antman, President of the American Heart Association. I'm joined here today by Dr. Mariell Jessup, immediate past President of the American Heart Association, and we're preparing to attend the ESC conference in Barcelona, one of Europe's prettiest cities. And Mariell, I know we've been working hard with the ESC on a number of collaborative projects. Perhaps you could mention some of those, and then we'll get into the program.
That's right, Elliott. Science is global, and our job at the American Heart Association is to promote and disseminate the knowledge of science everywhere. In fact, we have a number of collaborations with the European Society of Cardiology. We're about to release a guideline around the perioperative management of ischemic heart disease, and we've coordinated and collaborated with the ESC to make sure that we get the science right for everyone in the world. We're also partnering with them on exploring the use of Get With The Guidelines at the ESC. So it's an exciting collaboration, and therefore the meeting will be really great.
Mariell, thank you. We've got a list here of some very exciting trials, the hotline list right here. Let's start with the first one on novel therapies. And in fact, some of these trials, we've actually heard the top-line results. Others we have not yet heard it. I know you're interested in the Paradigm-HF trial. Tell us about that.
Well, the Paradigm trial is probably, from what we've heard, the first heart failure trial that shows a mortality difference. How long have we been waiting for that? Between a novel new drug that incorporates an angiotensin receptor blocker, ARB, versus an ARB alone. We can't wait to hear the results of that trial. Second is a very interesting study looking at vagal stimulation for the treatment of heart failure. This is different than what we've heard about for the treatment of hypertension. It's stimulating the vagus. And this is the first big trial we're going to hear about.
So that's the NECTAR-HF trial that you're talking about.
Yes.
Sure. I've been keeping my eye on the coronary disease hotline session, and I do know the results of the daraplatinib trial, which is the solid TIMI-52 trial. We actually saw the main results of that in some press announcements. And like the stability trial, SOLID did not show a positive result for daraplatinib, which is a medication that's supposed to interfere with the inflammatory pathway that provokes acute coronary syndrome events. We've got lots more exciting information about PCSK9 inhibition with alirocumab, with the Odyssey trials, and I'm sure that's going to attract quite a bit of attention. And then there are a number of device trials that are being reported in the next session. Any thoughts about those?
Well, I think most of these are either exploratory new approaches, or we're always glad to hear more about CRT, cardiac resynchronization therapy in heart failure, and learning more and fine-tuning the patient selection. So we've got a couple more trials about that.
As with every meeting of this type, we have lots of interesting studies reporting different ways of dealing with percutaneous coronary intervention, and a number of studies that are dealing with the global problem of atrial fibrillation. So this looks like another exciting meeting, Mariell, and we look forward to seeing you at the ESC meeting in Barcelona.